Hi everyone, Angela here, and I wanted to share a little bit of my story with you and what being a Beachbody coach means to me and what it is to me. I have been married for 17 years and have three kids. And there was a time in my life where I was getting really depressed about my weight. I was starting to gain weight. Gravity kind of hit me, and never had before. I'd always been a very small person, so it was a big shocker. And I had tried a few different things. It worked. Then the weight would just come back. It ended up being big changes in my household, with my husband going from a military personnel in the Marine Corps to a police officer. And dealing with all those changes in my household and our lifestyles and our kids growing up, I was having a hard time adjusting to some things. And my weight just didn't help. I was depressed. I was crying every single time I had to go in and out of the closet to find something to wear if it was date night or we were going somewhere. A lot of that sadness that I had inside of me actually was coming out so much because it lasted for several years and just got worse. It came out and was trickling down into my family life. It kind of came to a point where my husband and my kids really had to let me know that I was a very negative person. I didn't want to be around anybody anymore. I complained all the time about everything, whether they helped me or not helped me do something around the house. It was just a sad time for me. I had gotten introduced to Beachbody from actually infomercials first, and tried it, but it was really hard to stick to it because I didn't have accountability. I was doing it all on my own. I got halfway through a program and then ended up catching a bit of a cold and then never went back to it until I met my coach, and she helped me, introduce me to the challenge groups and really got to know what that accountability and that support was. And you know, when I decided to become a coach, it was because, for one, I fell in love with Shakeology and all the products and what it did for me and how it was making me feel. It was changing my life. I was a happy person again. It took, some time, but I was feeling good inside and out. I could see the physical changes. I could see the mental changes. Even, my kids and my husband, noticed a big difference in me. And I was starting to enjoy life and not be so negative and sad about everything all the time. And that was huge for me. So when I decided to be a coach, first it was for the discount because I needed the Shakeology and everything to fit into my budget better because I knew what it does for me and how it makes me feel. So I absolutely knew that I needed to find a way to make that happen for me. Then after a little bit later, I realized I was helping people and get excited. They were asking me what I did. I was excited about what I've been doing, so I was sharing with them. And to be honest, at that point, I was starting to lose a little momentum in my own health and fitness. It had been a few months, and I was kind of hard to, even challenge groups were awesome, but you know what? That little bit of extra accountability for myself to be helping others, it's a great feeling to be able to help other people feel good and to feel better, like it changed my life. I want it to help change other people's lives, but it also helps keep me accountable. If anything, if I'm helping someone else, they're watching me. I need to make sure that I'm staying on my task and staying on my workouts and eating well and, doing the best that I can. So that is extremely helpful. So there's so many different, I guess it changed for me, being a Beachbody coach, what it was in the beginning to now. Now it's so amazing to see the change that can happen in people's lives. Mine especially, you know, it's been a little over a year now, and our household our household is so much happier. And it really, you know, all came down to me making some changes for myself and incorporating those little changes, you know, baby steps into our home and into our nutrition that we have here at home. And, you know, they see me working so hard, my family, for our goals, for our family. And everything I do for them. And it's huge, and it's so important that they see that. I have my daughter and my son are always telling me how proud they are of me, and my husband. You know, I feel like I'm not just a mom and a wife, military wife or a police wife, and, you know, a mom of teenagers, a mom of a toddler, or, you know, a preschool teacher taking care of other people's children. You know, I'm not just that. I have a purpose. I have a real purpose, and it feels so good to have that, because I think it had been so many years since I had felt that way, that it really, really has changed my life in so many incredible ways. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Okay, you guys have a good day.